Thank you, Charlotte Lefevre, for playing Eternal Father, Strong to Save. When the storms of life are raging and Master, the tempest is raging. I am Chaplain Ann Weaver. On Monday of this week, I shared a devotional at the Landis Homes board meeting about Jesus calming the sea. I am grateful for this dedicated and wise group of men and women on our board who provide leadership for Landis Homes. I want to name them and thank them for their commitment to our well-being. Glenn Moffitt, Rachel Hess, Ken Moore, Lisa Clark, Janet Brenneman, Bill Davis, Jerry Horst, Sherwood Lingenfelder, Jen Orantes, and George Stoltzfus. It was certainly a joy for me to sit in the room with them and share this devotional and respond to their good questions. And I thought that it might be valuable to share a portion of the devotional that I shared with them on Monday morning and share it with you today. Feels like we could be united in this spiritual reflection on the theme of Jesus calming the sea. It's found in Luke 8:22 to 25, and I will read from the Common English Bible. One day, Jesus and his disciples boarded a boat. He said to them, "Let's cross over to the other side of the lake." So they set sail. While they were sailing, Jesus fell asleep. Gale force winds swept down on the lake. The boat was filling up with water, and they were in danger. So they went and they woke Jesus, shouting, "Master, Master, we're going to drown." So he got up and gave orders to the wind and the waves, and the storm died down, and it was calm. He said to his disciples, "Where is your faith?" Filled with awe and wonder, they said to each other, "Who is this? He commands even the winds and the water, and they obey him." So why did I share this passage with the board on Monday and with you today? We don't live by the Sea of Galilee or have concerns about sinking in a boat. However, board members, leadership, team members, residents, and all of our families face storms and experience fear. When I prepared this devotional, I didn't know that our question and answer portion of the town meeting yesterday would include some churning emotions, and for lots of different reasons and from different perspectives. So what can this story teach us about how to react to the storms that come into our lives? Well, after I finished my devotional at the board meeting on Monday, one of the board members asked me how I personally handle the storms that come into my life. Fair question, George. I'll be honest what I do. I often invite Jesus to wake up and calm the storm in my life. I am like that frantic disciple sometimes. Jesus, please come now and calm this storm. Calm my anxious spirit. Calm my pulse and the adrenaline flowing through my body so that I can think more clearly. Prayer is first and foremost the place I go when I face a small or large storm, professionally or personally. And I know that to be true about so many of you. Prayer is precious. We might think that Jesus is asleep sometimes, but we can wake him up with our pleading. In addition to prayer, every morning I spend quiet time listening to an app on my phone called Pray As You Go. It's a mixture of scripture and music and reflection questions. This daily practice of delving into scripture and song helps me to keep the living word fresh in my mind and my spirit. I feel more centered on Jesus and more able to respond to the storms that inevitably come. And as often as I can on the weekends, I go to the woods to run, to hike, so that my mind and my body and my spirit are refreshed, inspired, and renewed. And occasionally I go on a week vacation, and that's coming. I will be gone from this Friday to the following Saturday. And I pray for you while I'm gone that you will be well, and I also hope that I will be well. Well, I am sure that there are many more ways that I tend to that calm center, but these were the first 3 practices that popped into my head when George asked me what I do to stay calm. In addition to these spiritual disciplines, I also tap into my training as a chaplain. Here at Landis Homes, Robert Kanegi, Rhonda Good, and myself have all experienced clinical pastoral education through Eastern Mennonite Seminary. And our teacher, Dr. Kenton Durstein, is highly trained in family systems theory, originally developed by Dr. Murray Bowen. A solid group of professionals around the globe continue the efforts to become a non-anxious presence when storms erupt in families, organizations, and houses of worship. What we've realized is that none of us can be non-anxious. It's impossible. But we strive to be the least anxious presence in the room, or at least we strive not to be the most anxious presence in the room. We strive to offer a calming influence in anxious situations. We learn many tools and strategies to monitor our own anxiousness, calm ourselves down, and then be present to people in the situation. So how do you calm yourself down in the midst of a stormy situation? When do you shout at sleeping Jesus, shake him by the shoulders, and say, "Help me, Lord"? In the scripture, Jesus did calm the storm, which calmed the disciples. But he also asked them, "Where is your faith?" I believe he meant, I am glad to help, but what abilities do you have to calm your storms? Jesus gives us agency, responsibility, and ability to calm our storms. And when we cannot completely calm ourselves down, we remember that God places us in a community where we can help one another to calm the storms that come. Now, I personally believe that it is more effective to calmly speak about problems and challenges and opinions. I don't like shouting. I don't like accusations. I believe that other people are more able to hear us when they too feel safe and regarded. So how we communicate is extremely important in community. Storms are opportunities for personal growth, for spiritual development, for new ideas, and for relational connections. They don't have to be horrible. Storms are inevitable. The question before us is, who do we turn to for help? How do we calm ourselves down? And how do we engage one another during churny times? May we lean on Jesus and one another. On the communion table is a piece of art that my husband Todd made for us for today. He knew that I've been mulling over this Jesus calming the storm passage, and he knew that Kathy Miles and I are going to sing this song, Calm Me, Lord. And so I want to read you the words to this song, let you look at the piece of art, and then Kathy and I will sing. Calm me, Lord, as you calmed the storm. Still me, Lord. Keep me from harm. Let all the tumult within me cease. Enfold me, Lord, in your peace.